And because of the diversity in the Alliance, there are many different markets that different members of the Alliance like to work with, different programs that they're good at, very specifically designed for what they do, and it gives us an opportunity to have access to those markets as well that we wouldn't have otherwise.
When we go against the regional brokers, we have more carriers than what the brokers actually have.
Yeah, I think it gives us the presence, the volume that we can go out there and put our numbers and our carrier stable right up against anybody else that's out there.
I think our clients do value the fact that we are part of a large organization because that gives them options.
So those new markets have given us new potential for growth.
Anytime the phone rings, anytime a referral comes in, I never have an issue with having to say, I don't think we can help you.
The breadth of carriers with the Alliance has definitely filled in some holes for our agency. We've been able to place some accounts now that we would have had a much more difficult time in placing before.
Yeah, and whether it's a particular industry that maybe our other carriers did not have a strong appetite for, or even a line of business that our carriers did not have an appetite for, it's really helped us to be able to put on some new business that we may have had to walk away from before.
The visibility of the Alliance to the carriers, I think, just puts us in a different position than we'd be in on our own as a smaller agency. We tend to know more people, more of the key executives of the companies.
Even more so, I like, is that we become more important to that carrier, and they have come to get to know us, where had we been on our own, they may not have.
Well, I think anytime you have access to the top executives of the insurance companies, it certainly helps you get things done.
We have a lot of good carrier relationships, and that's carried over to the customer.
Well, I think the Alliance is a true value proposition for both the carriers and the partners of the Alliance. It brings a win-win to the table. From the carrier standpoint, working through our central planning and with the sales force that the Alliance has in the field, we have a capability of meeting those plans.
Well, what is most important, I believe, is the ability to have larger volumes with the carriers, which allows you to have more relationships, better relationships with those carriers.
And I also enjoy seeing the surprise on the faces of some of the new company people who go, wow, I never knew that this organization was this powerful.
I think it does help us with insurance companies themselves when you're dealing with the higher level of management.
No doubt we feel that at the carrier level. We feel loved and valued based on our collective size.
Some of the benefits of the Alliance to our customers are the claim service, the representation that we have through Chuck Joyner at the Alliance in helping us navigate some of the problems that may be created sometimes with the claims.
Chuck Joyner has been an incredible resource from a claims standpoint. He has great relationships with managers and the carriers, and he's assisted us in resolving claim issues that we couldn't handle ourselves.
And that was just the support we had with that. It makes a very large difference.
What Chuck's been able to do for me is giving me the peace of mind and reassuring what his next step is going to happen with these claims.
Because we wouldn't have been able to settle the Bush house without you.
They take notice. They know that it's on somebody else's radar.
We'll use Chuck on a sales presentation to come in, and particularly if we've identified some claim issues with the account that are a point of difference that we can bring to the table.
The Alliance has also been a clearinghouse for a lot of that information, so the most important information can get to us more quickly.
Our sharing extends beyond just the sales and the companies, and that we discuss operational issues as well.
Certainly the Alliance has helped us on the education front, because we're always had a challenge to not just meet the needs for the Pennsylvania Insurance Department, but we also want to get quality information to the producers so we can help the client.
The thing that it provides for somebody like Myers Insurance is that the expertise at which we can reach out to is outstanding. If we're looking at a sophisticated account that maybe nobody in the agency has had the opportunity to work on in the past, we can reach out to over 250 employees with numerous years of experience, with expertise in trucking and municipalities and school districts. And
I like the idea of being able to call up or email one of our partners and talk to him or her about operational issues, technology, agency automation systems, and compare notes.
I find that the Alliance the email list is very useful.
Well, the breadth of the information is just unbelievable between all the different Alliance members. Sometimes you can run into accounts where maybe the agency doesn't have quite the expertise that we'd like to have, but other members of the Alliance have that, and you can draw upon that expertise so that you can better serve your client.
Among the staffs of the various agencies involved in the Alliance, been able to help solve each other's problems.
It means instant credibility. As a group of 11 or 12 different agencies on our own, we would never be able to achieve that.
So it allows us to compete with the Aons, the Marshes, the USIs of the world without having to answer to outside stockholders, not having to give up any customer service.
The quality of the members of the Alliance is so high that we've been able to achieve being one of the top 50 agencies in the country.
So when we can show to our clients the significance of the organization that they're going to be doing business with, it's an asset to us. It helps us bring in new business, and it helps us retain the customers that we already have.
The context of who's in gets so much larger when we have the opportunity to tell the story of how the Alliance supports what we do as an agency, but more importantly then how we can facilitate that and bring that to the customer.
Particularly working with larger clients, it gives us a recognition on their part that we're not just the local agency, that we have the ability to meet their needs on a worldwide basis.
One of the greatest assets of the Alliance is being able to talk to partners that own agencies that you don't need to worry about them stabbing you in the back.
The resource within the other partners when we start dealing with a carrier that we have little experience with.
Well, the sharing has been very impressive.
We always have something to learn from each other, I think, when we meet. And that I think is a great benefit to us.
And what's great is you can walk into a room and sit down and be able to talk openly and not feel the pressure of competition.
Every one of these different agencies, they all have their little different way of doing things, but yet we all can benefit from each other through that knowledge.
No, when we were on our own, we were on our own self-proclaimed island and by ourselves. And now at the Alliance, we obviously have a lot of resources that we can tap into, and we share a lot of information from the other agents.
The ability to learn from their experience and gain their perspective has helped tremendously.
Sometimes the brain power of the group is able to come to a solution that one of us individually might not.
It's great to be with the other members. You just there's a real power when the members get together.
It's nice to be able to share ideas and share experiences with people that are on your same level, that are working towards the same common goal, that you're not having to compete against to do it.
The members sharing their expertise was one of the most beneficial aspects of the Alliance, because the producers' email list
is a good source if you have a difficult or unusual risk to place.
It's easier to go ask somebody that's something's working for them. What are you doing? How is it working? How are you doing?
Participating in the sales contest has been really quite interesting to see how it's gone within the agency. The guys do like getting their names up on that board, and it surprises me. I didn't really think we'd be attracted to it the way that they are.
Jane assimilated a producer validation schedule, which has been very valuable. Well, we're using it right now, and it's going to enable us to actually show the producer exactly how his commissions are going to track over the next 5 years.
And the sales contest, I think, is a great idea because producers are obviously very competitive by nature, and to be able to see that it's posted and you want to be on that list, and it's creates some excitement around the normal sales process.
The support that the Alliance provides to our producers helps them become better salespeople, whether it's a sales training, seminars that we've had, or just the interaction with our producers group and supporting each other with particular expertise that one agency may have. We're always willing to lend support to each other.
When you look at your peer group in the other agencies and you see that you may be outperforming or underperforming, it certainly drives behavior.
Marcia, because she's so friendly and she always gives us a hug as we enter the building.
It's the people, the agency principals, the staff at the Alliance. The relationships there are incredible. There's a real friendship, a real bond that's developed.
It gives you the ability to act and behave like a small local agent with a lot of flexibility, with the power and the resources of a national broker. It's unbelievable.
No, I think my favorite part about the Alliance truly is we have just a great group of people, very professional.
We all have an exceptional staff, behind us.
Probably one of the things that jumped out at us initially about the Alliance and attracted us to it is the level of professionalism in the agencies that already were members.
I think the thing that continues to always strike me is the power of the group. You look at the backgrounds of the people, the number of years they've been in the business, the educational backgrounds, the successful sales milestones they've reached. It clearly gives you a sense of belonging that almost sends chills up your back.